Hi, this is Ian from Blog in a Box, and in this tutorial we'll be looking at page layouts and widgets. So first let's have a look at page layouts, and then widgets will make a lot more sense. So if you remember our demo site, your getyourhomebusinessonline.com. I'm just going to click on the sample page so you can see the layout. And what we see here is the whole page is taken up by the text that's in the page area. So if we go across to our dashboard and then click on pages, okay, and then find sample page, which is here. If you scroll down to the bottom of your page, you'll see this sliding custom settings, and this is your page layout area. Now this may look a little different depending on the theme that you're using. I'm using a Woo theme, so it looks slightly different. So as you can see at the moment, it's this one here that's highlighted, and that means that the body of what I've got here written down up here will be displayed centrally and across the page. Now if I was to click on one of these other page layouts, so let's click on this one here, you can see this bar on the left. Now that bar on the left represents where your widgets will be. Now we'll come on to widgets in a couple of minutes, but I'll show you exactly what I mean by this. So if I highlight, if I click on this page layout and then I scroll up here and then click on update, then when we go back to our sample page and hit F5 to refresh the screen, what you'll see is on the left hand side, all of a sudden we've got a lot more content. This content is provisioned by widgets. So let's just go and have a quick look what a widget is and how they're configured, and then we'll come back to pages. Okay, so we're back in our dashboard now, and if you come down to appearance and hover your mouse over where it says appearance, a pop-up menu will appear and you'll see the option for widgets. So if you click on widgets, then we arrive at our widgets page. Now if you remember before, we saw a lot of widgets appear on the left hand side. Now in your page layout screen, that left hand side or right hand side, or whichever one you select, is called your primary area. So any widgets that are in your primary area will be displayed in that section of your page. So if we flick back across to our web page, we can see we've got a section called recent posts, one's called recent comments, one's called archives, and if we scroll down we can also see categories and metadata. Now if we go back to our widget screen in our WordPress site, you can see we've got recent posts, recent comments. It's exactly the same. So to add and remove widgets is really very simple. These are all your available widgets in this area here, and then these are the ones that are selected. So to remove one, if I want to remove meta, I just hold my mouse down and drag and drop it away from the primary area, and that means it's removed. So I'm going to remove a few more of these just by dragging and dropping them, and I'm going to add in a calendar instead, and I want the calendar title to be called, I don't know, let's call it date. I'm going to hit save on that, and then I also want, let me close that, I want calendar to appear on top. So again, I just drag and drop my widget to the top. Now this is automatically saved. Now you don't need to click another save or a publish button. So if I go back to my website and hit F5 to refresh the screen, you can see I've now got this fancy little calendar that shows the date, recent posts, and then everything else has disappeared. That's quite cool, I think. So if we go back again to our widgets panel, you'll also see that we've got these sections called footers. Now if I open footer 1, yeah, let me go back up. If I open footer 1, you can see that we've got recent comments in there. In footer 2 we've got recent comments again. In footer 3 there's nothing, and in footer 4 there's nothing again. So this tells me that at the bottom section of our website we've got 4 areas. and those 4 areas are footer 1, footer 2, footer 3, footer 4, where we can also add additional widgets. So if I go back to my web page and scroll down, you can see that comments 1 and recent 2 are appearing in the footer area of my web page. So if I now go back to my WordPress site and add another couple of widgets to the footers, so let's say Woo Search and I don't know, Woo Subscribe Connect. If I add them in there, give them a title, what's this one called, Search, hit save, close that one up, and I'm just going to hit save for that one as well and close it up. If we go back to our web page and hit refresh, you see that we now get a search bar or the content that is supplied from that widget appearing in the footer of our screen. Now again, very easy to remove. You just do it in exactly the same way. You just grab it and drag it and drop over here, drag that one, drag it and drop over here, and then if we go back to our page, scroll down and hit refresh, you'll see they've gone. Then, as you should be able to gather from this quick demonstration, widgets require absolutely no technical skills whatsoever, can be imported and then simply dragged and dropped to add and remove them. So okay, so that's the quick overview on page layouts and widgets.